Hey, what's up? It's me, Seth with SethPerler.com, and today we are going to get on with the 10 Days to Tifa's Back to School Executive Function Tips, how to support your child. And today we are going to be talking about a subject I think you're going to like a lot. This is self-care. Now, we are talking about back to school, how to support your child with executive function. Okay, how to support your child's executive function back to school? What does that have to do with self care? Now, when I talk about self care, all the experts have their different ways of talking about all the things. And when I talk about self care, I talk about that there's two types of self care. There's basically self care when you're thinking about your child, the student, and there's self care when we're thinking about you. This video is self care when we are thinking about you, the parent, or we also have a lot of teachers as well. So again, my name is Seth Perler with SethPerler.com. I'm an executive function coach. I wear a lot of hats in the executive function world. We have a summit called TIFOS, the Executive Function Online Summit, and it's fantastic. And we have amazing experts that teach parents and teachers how to help and support students. And then we have an all access pass that's incredible with great bonuses, yada yada. But today, what I'm going to be talking about is this self care thing. So, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you 11 tips that are going to be pretty quick tips to help you just wrap your head around some of the things that I've talked to parents about in terms of self care over the years. I hope these are helpful to you. Let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing I'm going to mention is modeling. And the reason that this comes up so much is because you remember the old saying, do as I say, not as I do. Obviously, that saying does not help matters. Do as I say, not as I do doesn't work because people don't look at what we say, they look at what we do. And so, what we do as adults, we are modeling for our kids. So, when we model not self care, that we don't take care of ourselves, we are essentially teaching our kids this is how to be an adult in this world. Don't take care of yourself. So, and when we do model self care, we're essentially modeling, hey, this is how to be an adult in this world. This is what self care looks like. So, the first thing I wanted to mention was just noting the power of modeling. That our kids see what we do. So, a lot of times parents will feel like they don't have time or they feel guilty if they're doing self care or those sorts of things. But the reality is that when we do this, when we take care of ourselves, we are showing them that it's okay, that it's what adults do, that it's necessary, because we want our kids to grow up to be adults who take care of themselves. So that was the first point I had there was model. Number two is have fun and play. So, in terms of your own self care, I have worked with so many parents over the years, and a lot of them are get to points where they're burnout and they're not having fun, they're not playing. And so much of self care is play. What makes you happy? What is fun for you? What is play for you? And really think about, are you playing enough? Are you having enough fun and joy and laughter and play in your life for your own self-care? And where can you add it in? How can you have the play and the fun that you need if that is something that you haven't been able to do lately in terms of your own self-care? Next is recharge. So are the things that you are doing actually recharging you? What does recharge you? And here's a question you can jot down if you're taking notes. What could I do that would really recharge my batteries? What could I do that would really recharge my batteries? I know you're busy. I know you got kids. I know you got work. I know you got relationships. I know you got this, that, and the other. But what can you do to recharge? It's so important to model that you recharge. What can you do to recharge your batteries in your life? Does it have to do with sleep? Does it have to do with getting away and going on a retreat for a few days? Does it have to do with more friend time? What do you need to do to recharge? Just the open-ended question. What do you need to do to recharge? Next, 4, learning something, self-care. What have you been learning lately just for you, just for fun, just because it's something you're interested in, something you want to just better yourself on because you just enjoy the thing? What are you learning? Is there a book that you're learning from, a podcast, a course? Is it an instrument, a new song? What are you learning lately? Is there anything that is that for self-care you could be doing to learn something? That's sort of how we recharge the mind intellectually, cognitively. So what are you doing for your brain to learn something? Next, join something. Can you do self-care by joining a club, joining a group, joining some like-minded people in some area of your life that you would like to connect to. Is there anything you can join that might be benefit your life and be self-care for you? That might be an easy way to do something with. Um, Next one is with self-care. Is there anything that you need to let go of that don't serve you or your family? Is there anything that you're holding on to or just that needs to be worked through or dealt with? Anything that it could even be stuff, clutter. Is there anything that you can let go of that it just isn't serving you or your family anymore? Next is reconnecting with your support system. Who is your support system? Who are those people that you can go to? And how connected have you been with them lately? Is there a way that you can reconnect with your support system, those people in your life, whether they are family, whether they are friends, whether they're colleagues, whether they're people in parenting groups or people in online groups, whether it's a therapist? Who is your support system? And is there a way to reconnect with them and just say, hey, what's up? I want to tell you where I'm at. Now, the next one is called Tell on Yourself, and this has a lot to do with that support system. But telling on yourself can mean, which is great modeling, what can mean telling your kids, hey, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I would have done it differently if I could. I really am sorry. How can I make this better? So telling on yourself, but that could also be telling on yourself with somebody who's a friend or a trusted person who you can say, hey, I did something and I'm not cool with this. And because to me, this is one of the things that I think we want to instill in our kids is taking responsibility for ourselves. And when we don't, it takes up space in our head. And this sort of self-care can really help clear these things in our head and help us really process things rather than just letting them go. So very connected to reconnecting with your support system. I guess also connected to letting go of things that don't serve you. Number 9, ask for help. I mean, it's the hardest thing to do and the easiest thing to do and the best thing to do. But asking for help from whoever, whether it's your spouse, a friend, a therapist, a counselor, an online group, but people that you trust, asking for help. Like, you don't have to do this alone. And it may feel like you're alone. I know a lot of parents say that they feel isolated and like they're the only one going through the challenges that they're going through. You're not the only one. There are so many people going through the same things that you are going through in any domain in life. So ask for help. There are people there that want to help, that are qualified to help, that are there to help, that love to help, that care about you. Ask for help. And number 10, ask for regular connection and accountability. So again, going back to the reconnecting with your support system, saying very directly to people, hey, can we connect on a regular basis? I need some accountability. Can we meet every Sunday at this time? Can we meet every Wednesday at this time? Can we meet online? Can we have a phone call every week? Can we meet twice a week? Can we meet once a month? What can you do for your own self-care? How can you ask? This is like asking for help, but just say, hey, I really need to find some people that I can connect with on a regular basis. I need some accountability. I really been struggling with X, Y, and Z, and I really want some people that I'm connected with regularly. Can we do that and see if there are some people in your life or a person in your life that you can connect with for accountability and really have that kind of relationship? And then finally, number 11 is schedule it in. Whatever you decide in terms of the self-care, get it in your calendar, get it in your schedule, even if you don't do it. One of the things I teach the kids is it doesn't matter if you do everything in your calendar or your planner or everything that you plan. What matters is that you're practicing the skill of planning. But what I know secretly is when I'm teaching kids that they are more likely to do what they're planning than if they don't plan. On the opposite end, when we don't plan it, we are less likely to do the thing. So set yourself up for success. Schedule it in as much as you can. Right when this video is done, if you have a second, like pull out your calendar, open it up, and plan in some of these self-care things. What do you want to do? Do you want to schedule in some fun? and play? Do you want to schedule in time to recharge? Do you want to schedule in something to learn? Do you want to schedule in joining a new group or something? Do you want to schedule in time to let go of things that aren't serving you? Do you want to schedule in time to reconnect with people? Do you want to schedule in telling on yourself or asking for help or asking for regular connection? Whatever those things are, schedule it. Schedule it. Make it more of a reality. Make it more concrete. Get it in on paper or in your calendar now. My name is Seth Perler. I'm an executive function coach. I wear a lot of hats in the executive function world. Again, we have the summit, executivefunctionsummit.com. Fantastic event. You can check out the All Access Pass here, and we'll link that up. But I'm so grateful that you are here. I want to wish you connection with your kiddo. I want to wish you peace in your heart, and I want to wish you joy in your life today. Have a fantastic day. See you soon. Oh, if you like what I'm doing, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, anything that helps the almighty algorithm. And please share my work with other people if you appreciate what I'm doing. That's one of the best things you can do to support me. Have a fantastic day. See you soon.